What up, Gears comrades? See you guys liked the last video, so I guess I did something right on that one. It had been that little wall bounce session, I'm sure. I'm sure that was the selling point, because you guys liked that a lot. I promise not to do the same for these next two drops that are similar in format, because most of these in those miraculous plays for days, you're gonna watch in the background as I go into old Ninja Tips autopilot rant mode again. Happened mostly on the previous couple operations while this game was in one of the trashiest states of its beta life form. No way I'm tossing those files in the recycle bin without giving you guys a shot to slap on that dislike button once you see what I'm talking about. Didn't it feel like we had to bury some dead friends when they got rid of Execution, Guardian? What was that other game mode again? Forgot about it already. So far so good, I guess. The new season is about to start, giving us some time to practice with another broken shotgun. Awesome, right? The new era of bot walkers and two-piecing with the melee is back, while the Lancer Festival continues in the background. A lot of sweet games coming out soon, and I don't blame any of you for taking a little break off of Gears, where you can come back with some bad habits, and realize that no other game gives you the same satisfaction over getting kills and kill streaks, because of how hard it is compared to other competitive shooters. For a number of other reasons you'll see and experience yourself, because I'm not about to spoil the surprise for you. Except for one, which is the bloody and badass variety of ways in which dudes get killed or executed. Top that off with a unique ragdoll effect. The more distance, the more hype. And that might be just enough to take things up a notch and transfer energies and emotions into a very serious personal state of affairs. Depending on the gravity of humiliation, and that can take many forms, good and bad, but the hate mail and that in-game chat action is what keeps this game interesting as one keeps playing. At least for me. Not cool to see those hardcore hero and villain characters do funny Fortnite dances though. Someone said it on Twitter. Forget who or when, man. But the Locust Horde itself at one point during the course of the Gears lifetime used to be scary. These disco and shuffle dances definitely give a whole different vibe. The damage and imprint, the blow to my soul's memory and all of yours has been dealt already, so it's too late to go back now. Thank you, Coalition. Shit, I think I got the Rona. Got the macaroni. It's gonna be alright. We always have someone to blame but ourselves, right? Like, player pickups, when in reality it's every individual's player's responsibility to ensure that their cover item and escape route is near them and chosen before and during any movement across the map. There's also the time that it would take. You gotta think about that. The time that it would for the pickup to happen, and that better include the damn time it takes to avoid a crossfire or flag and safely have time to reach over to that cover item. Otherwise, no whining, alright? Because beggars can't be choosers. I made a reference just the other day with this as a matter of fact about the whole travel from here to there and how much time it takes for chain events to happen if they were to be executed. I called it the musical chairs approach, where you visualize the actions you're gonna take at any moment's notice when shit actually hits the fan. It becomes easier to consider the options or the cards in your hand if you're into a card game analogies, or your limited strategic movements at that specific time, like in chess. You catch my draft, because I promise not to fart to you, man. Every second is closer to death on this game. We're talking about here Gears of War. Gears of fill in the blank, honestly. Game franchise certainly offered us plenty of memorable things to take as our souls depart into heaven, and that's the crab walking and backflipping, weapon sliding, one-shotting, and sawed-offing, hell if I say it right, off the whole team one freaking round. The whole ordeal is just, whoa. And that's not even the good part. There are choke points everywhere on every map and on every shooter game. They work great for mowing down zombies, right? Works for human and alien soldiers on video games too. Being out of sight is out of mind, sure. But that's the thing. We gotta start mining those spots. Push that theory back into the hypothetical stage. We have to clear out behind the elevated ledges and blockade as well. All the floor cover items that are strategically placed by developers on corridors, just like any other shooter, man, and in the real life scenario where the potential for threat could be lurking in concealment. That's how snipers and tent city bushwhackers are being effective at supporting their overall team. You darn whippersnappers, crossfire and flanks, baby. That's what I'm thinking. This game takes skill and strategizing, because if you think about it, worst case scenario, picture yourself, man. Pac-Man, right? Getting 5v1 around a sandbox maze with no dead ends, just open pathways, which is about every shooter except for Battle Royale, right? It's ideal to face one target at a time, ensuring we get those couple of seconds to reload for another test of consistent fire trigger response and accuracy or whatnot. And we all really need to do is just kind of focus on the sectors of fire, man. One that's behind us, doing that 180 turn. And maybe turning 90 degrees to the right or left. You know, our sectors of fire change. And when that happens, we get blinded. You know, we can't check behind us. We get freaking flanked! And that's effed up, man. Because in actuality, our buddies gotta be ensuring that they can hold their own ground, their own sector independently, and call out if they lost their defensive position. Because here goes that flanker for the sandwich flank. If a player can't hold their ground and the tiny tactical retreat fails, well, that's more human resource power that's required. The whole mobbing through corners 3v1 is really getting out of hand nowadays, and it's not just this game. I'm seeing this in Rogue Company too. A game that's very similar to Gears, but with a Fortnite twist. Maybe some Lost Planet or Mass Effect vibes cut up in sprinkles. Hard to explain, my friends. Stay safe, sane, and sanitary, I always say. Psych.